Hello, Saints and Nation, and welcome back here for our final match of this evening. My name, Jackson Brown, joined alongside John Billbangs Udima here, and just 5 hours later, but It is a-okay over here on the Saints channel because we're in lower round 2, and this is going to be the CCL East playoffs right now. The top 4 teams will make it to LAN out of the 16, and they will to go up against, it's like an 8-team invitational, top 4 teams from the East, top 4 teams from the West, and they go in and compete there. So the Saints are looking to make their way all the way to that distance, but they have to win 3 series in a row to do so, John. So this time it's going to be up against Rutgers University, DBG, Ghost, Hybrid, Ryuga, and ZB3 for the side of Rutgers. For the side of St. Clair, you got Priestley, Brandon, Sauce, and Gorilla, your typical starting 4 for this match. Let's see how it goes.
It is going to be back on Bocage Hardpoint. They haven't had any success actually with Bocage so far throughout this entire playoff run, so I'm kind of surprised they're going back to it if you are St. Clair, but maybe they can surprise us, try and get some momentum going here. We are going to be going into number 1. It looks like Rutgers actually came in through the lower bracket. They lost their first one in a reverse sweep to FSU, and they beat Mox COD 3-0 sweep. So have a little bit more success here in the lower bracket so far, and both these teams, it's going to be a tight one. Rutgers was rated at number 10, and St. Clair was rated at number 20 in the power rankings coming into the playoffs. But when you're in the playoffs, all of that gets thrown out the window. It's just who shows up on the day and is able to clutch out these wins.
They say there's nothing like playoff hockey, but there's nothing like playoff Call of Duty here. Now is a tough loss for the Leafs for all of us Ontario fans just moments ago, so they're now looking to bounce back. The Saints got to find us a win here to make up for that horrible Leafs loss, but it is a-okay. Sauce will open us up with a few kills, and the Saints will look to answer back to Rutgers' scoreline.
Yeah, and just a reminder, it is lower bracket, so lose and go home. Your playoff run is done. Win, move on to the top 16, I believe, in the East. So you have to win 2 more series after this one in order to qualify for the LAN. And it is going to be a very tough task. And again, it is another P1 here on Bocage, where both teams not really taking a lot of objective time, mostly just playing for those frags, seeing what they can get out of it. And it will be St. Clair up slightly in the frag department here, and up slightly as well in the objective time department to start us off.
Yeah, that's going to be them. They were down, 8-0 or so early on, but that's not a whole lot in Hardpoint. They're able to quickly bounce back and now regain the advantage here in this one. Hardpoint 2, definitely a scrappy one for these two teams, and it is going to be battling it out here right now. Priestley and Sauce are going to find so many of these opening kills as Gorilla finds one as well, and the Saints will hold on to the advantage they found for themselves.
Hybrid taking down Gorilla there. Brandon going to trade one back. Sauce going to get one. Brandon going to find a second as well onto ZB3 and St. Clair. Going to be able to hold on to this one. A pretty good hold here. 5 killing spree actually for Sauce. Someone that just was not showing up in that series against Bay State. He's doing pretty well for himself here. He's going to try and get towards that streak here. Gorilla going to find one on the backside here. Going to take out Brandon with a stun nade though. So it will be a trade back and forth. And St. Clair going to be able to hold on to this one. Going to move over towards that next hard point.
Quick throwback to when I thought that stun icon was like a riot shield or something like that.
I remember it was the first game of the season, and we saw all these kills because
there's another.
It hadn't been nerfed yet, and it was like doing insane damage. There was just kills coming across. We could not figure out what it was that was killing everybody. I remember that was funny because we had to ask after, because like, what in the world is this thing that's killing everyone? They're like, stun grenade. We're like, what? Shouldn't be doing that much damage, but.
Yeah, that's a few kills going in favor of St. Clair here now, and they are going to keep this one in their advantage, currently leading by 20, now building up this lead for themselves. And this is a lot better of a Bocage than we've seen as of recently. They're also doing a lot better indoors, and that is something I've desperately been looking to see from St. Clair, so they're actually holding it off here now fairly well, as they're actually going to be the first team to approach 60, and Gorilla and Brandon shut down 4, and that's a full team wipe.
Yeah, definitely doing so well for them. Sauce going to find another one here, and the breaks just not coming through for Rutgers. Priestley finding another. St. Clair absolutely on a tear here. Spawn's going to come through here close to that point where Ryuga finally getting with a pistol. Sauce going to trade him right back immediately. Sauce still going to live, going to find the kill as well. A third coming through here. Slide is going to get traded out though immediately, and St. Clair opening up themselves a big lead here. Gorilla on a 5-3 right now. Brandon does manage to find that. Streak will have that glide bomb available here in the future as well. Gorilla going to find another kill, and St. Clair just running over Rutgers on this Bocage hardpoint.
Definitely a change of pace, because you go from playing Bay State. It's a good warm-up for Saints now, because you go from playing Bay State, and now you go from playing a team like Rutgers.
Oh my goodness!
Sauce will find 3. But yeah, like I was saying, Bay State is just a different level here now. So St. Clair is used to that, and now they're going up against a team like Rutgers, a team that's more of their skill level. They're able to just come through and have so much confidence in every one of these gunfights, and they're finding so many of the kills all in their favor early on. 14-5, 16-6, 12-6. They are lights out performing right now.
And I think that has something to do with the fact that you're going from that upper bracket playing against a top 2 team, and you're going down into the Rutgers. Like, Rutgers not anyone to sniffle at. Like, they are a top 10 team, But it's nothing. It's another world from Bay State. So St. Clair, you can see every single one of these gunfights, every single one of these challenges that Rutgers is throwing at them. It's just nothing to them. They're winning these gunfights pretty solidly. Now St. Clair, crossing the 100-point marker, are up 70 right now on Rutgers. And this is a completely different hardpoint team than we were seeing there against Bay State.
And hardpoint was my biggest worry for St. Clair in this series, because hardpoint is the only kind of mode they haven't showed as much consistency on or as much hope for, and they're doing it so here right now. They're off to a great start, an 80-point advantage. They've came back from an 80-point deficit already today, but it's never an easy task, and St. Clair has a huge grasp on this month.
Finally, Rutgers able to find a break here and get some time for themselves here. ZB3 going to find one. Hybrid going to find another. Gorilla trying to run away. He's going to get a kill, but Ryu going to trade him out. Priestley going to find a trade, but it doesn't matter because Rutgers able to defend this one and are able to get some objective time back. So they did need one. They needed to break through at some point. They finally are able to do that on this one. It will be looking towards back to that P5 location. We'll see, or sorry, P1 there. On the second rotation, we'll see if St. Clair can hold on to this advantage, because right now, I mean, Rutgers is finally showing some signs of life for themselves.
I want to see someone get a full 60 on P1. Let's see it happen.
I will bet my life that will not happen. That's way too volatile for that. But Priestley, Brandon, Gorilla going to find 3 here. They're going to try and find this 4th person, holding on to the site for the moment. But again, it is just a battle of gun. It's just gunfights all around. It's not really objective time being taken. Hybrid going to find 2. They're going to be able to escape without being taken down, and looks like Rutgers is going to get some objective time for themselves here.
Yeah, this game just looks like a straight up bloodbath here right now between these two teams. There's a lot of kills coming through. I mean, look at this. Brandon, he's not even halfway to the point of winning, and he's already at 21. Brandon could definitely be dropping like a 40 plus in this matchup here today, and it is going to be St. Clair now not leading by as much. Rutgers did a really good job. They might not have gotten a full 60 on that previous hardpoint, but they did enough to impact the St. Clair score line to make it so that we're now at a 50-point game rather than the 80-point game we were just at moments ago. It is going to be Rutgers trying to rotate over and take hardpoint for next, and they actually are doing fairly good at it. That's Ghost with 2 kills.
Yeah, I feel like the wind has come out of the sails of St. Clair here. They aren't able to actually break in consistently and find these hard points. It is Rutgers doing a really good job playing these defensive holds. Hybrid going to find one, going to find a second. Ryuga going to go taken down by his teammate, though. Hybrid going to find a third on a Gorilla, trying to find another one here. Ghost going to be able to get Priestley, and looks like St. Clair going to get wiped again, and Rutgers might just pull us to even here on this hard point.
Yeah, if there's no really contest or no really competition for this hardpoint, it's going to be the side of Rutgers being able to really just pull their way back into this one off of this hardpoint. But St. Clair now make their way, and they will hop onto the hardpoint for themselves. But quick is the trade for Ryuga to make it now back in a Rutgers' favor. They're going to approach the 100-point marker, and from once an 80-point game, now to just 25.
It's so odd because normally St. Clair plays these outside hardpoints so well. Like, they just, even in that Bay State series, they really had a good job taking over P2 especially and able to take control of it. But Rutgers just slammed the door on them, wouldn't allow them to get anything done. And now it will be going back to that inside hardpoint that St. Clair was so successful on. Brandon going to find 2. Priestley going to find another, and St. Clair going to be the first one onto this. We'll see if they can hold inside, because if they can hold inside, it completely flips the scripts on our expectations for the series.
Yeah, 100% here. That's going to be Gorilla coming through. Finds Ryuga, looking for more, but he's going to be shot out. Sauce is good for a trade, but he's looking for more, and he's going to find Hybrid. So many kills for Sauce, as that's a 3K. Priestley going to go down, but Sauce is still holding this one, firing away, keeping his life. Going to come in with a contest, and that is Ghost able to finally shut him down. Hybrid with a good grenade off there. That could do some damage to these players. That's 3 kills going in favor of Rutgers. Still a 30-point game here. Gorilla trying to contest, gets 2 big kills on the back line, and that should help St. Clair open up this site.
Sauce is going to go down to Hybrid, though. St. Clair going to be able to get control of this temporarily. 15 seconds remaining here. We'll probably see one more push in from Rutgers, see if they can try and take control of this one. Gorilla going to find one. Hybrid spotted out here is going to take it down, but Ghost and Ryuga quick with the trades. Ryuga going to find a second as well on the Gorilla. Will be Rutgers getting the strap time, but looks like the rotation's already coming through for St. Clair. Flank coming through here for ZB3. Gonna find Priestley there. Well, St. Clair, again, first ones onto this point, and they're doing exactly what Bay State did to them, right? Where it doesn't matter if you get that little bit of scrap time. If you're able to find this first 10 seconds or so on this hard point, then it's okay if you end up losing that break, because you can get it right back and you have time to get that rotation through. And St. Clair using the strategies that Bay State did, and it looks successful so far.
Yeah, they're up right now 170 to 135, but it is going to be at Rutgers taking back into their favor for a few moments as Hybrid finds 2 kills, but Gorilla is going to be able to find 2 right back before ZB3 gets a trade, and Gorilla heating up with 3 in a row here now as he's still searching for more. A contest is going to come onto the site as Hybrid will come through and finds the cleanup there, and it is going to be St. Clair now 179 to 139, a 40-point difference and it's been kind of even since, you know, the huge comeback from Rutgers.
Yeah, the thing is, too, St. Clair has several members with streaks available. I know Gorilla has it. Brandon still has his as well. So the fact that St. Clair is holding on to so many streaks here. Oh, Brandon actually did use his glide bomb. I didn't exactly see where he used that one, but doesn't have it available. Regardless, Gorilla does have one for himself. So they have that insurance policy right now. It is very helpful because there is only a 35-point gap here. Rutgers has closed that one up quite well. It will be another outside hardpoint, and again, going to be well contested by Rutgers here. They're doing a good job on these longer range hardpoints, taking control of not allowing St. Clair to break through. And Hybrid going to find two. Priestley going to take him down before he can get anything done. But again, Rutgers going to hop onto this one, take control for a second. Priestley going to find one, going to try and find a second onto Ryuga there. Not going to be able to get it just yet. Brandon going to be able to clean it up here. Glide bomb coming through here. That has to take out one, take out two. One of them is teammate. Sauce going to find Hybrid. It'll be St. Clair able to take control of this point.
As much as it took out a teammate, it was all worth it until the trades come through for Rutgers. Sauce and Priestley going down. Gorilla not able to make it through. Brandon got a team kill with a grenade, and that's two team kills that are very important and could sway the point of this game. Priestley makes his way on site. He finds the kill. He's going to be able to pick up the last couple seconds. It's a 20-point game here now. But look at this. The hard point back towards mid, and this is anybody's game to win here now, John.
20-point difference here between these teams. St. Clair has the advantage here. They will be able to first one on this point, but Hybrid going to find one. Ryuga with another, ZB3 with a third, and now Rutgers going to be able to take control of this. No, Gorilla going to stop him for a second, but yeah, it will be Rutgers taking control of it, and they can seal this up to within 10 points, and you thought St. Clair, such a big gap between them and Rutgers at the beginning of this series, but Rutgers able to get their feet underneath them, and now they are looking to try and fight back here. It is going to be 3 kills over for St. Clair, though, and they will take control of this P1 on the third rotation of the hard points.
Yeah, this is a close game here, John. It's still anybody's to win, but P2 is where I could see this game be swayed from good or bad to both of these teams. It is going to be this hardpoint 1 with just 10 seconds remaining before we get underway with hardpoint 2. It is very contested. Priestley with a big gunfight win on that next hardpoint. He needs to win this next one as well. He's on the tank. He has 2 players pushing towards himself, and he just needs to be able to close it out.
He is actually floating back towards the flank. He is going to spot a Hybrid there. A nice headshot is going to land him that objective time. And now St. Clair opening up again. Another 20-point deficit for them. A couple really good kills for them. Hybrid going to take Gorilla out, though. They will be pushing up through this building. Shots coming through for Brandon, but not going to be able to find the kill. Ryuga will. Sauce going to trade one. Going to find a second as well in the building. And St. Clair holding strong on P2 here. Sauce going to take him out with a nade. No, actually he's going to survive for a moment. Priestley going to clean it up here too for him. Brandon finding a third, and St. Clair trying to hold on to this hardpoint. Hybrid going to fight right back. Going to start getting some time for themselves here. They actually have the good spawns here on this hardpoint. It means they are going to be able to take control and probably draw us to a boat even if St. Clair can't contest this, which it doesn't look like they can.
Yeah, that is going to be them being able to draw it probably right to about, what, 218, 214, 215? It's going to be right around that marker here now if St. Clair cannot get anything going, but a few kills coming through should definitely help out. Maybe not contest this hard point, but really good on the rotations, because look at where this next hard point set up. St. Clair is perfectly ready to go, and that is a huge upper hand. So like we were saying, 218, 215, the time could be a factor again, John. We're at 29.1 seconds. Last time we saw a game end on time, it was nuts.
It is going to be Priestley and Brandon finding one, though. That is absolutely massive. St. Clair going to find a third as well. There's only one remaining here. It's just going to be Ghost trying to push on a point here. Finds a kill on Gorilla. Can he move forward here? St. Clair still holding on to this one for a second. They have hit the 236 marker. They are definitely getting more. There's 10 points away. St. Clair can hold on to this one. They have 2 coming in. Ghost and Hybrid. Can they stop this one? No. Brandon going to shut down Hybrid. St. Clair 4 points away from winning this one. They can get 248 contested for the moment. Sauce going to shut him down for a moment. Priestley going to find another. Ghost going down. That's going to be it. St. Clair going to take Bocage hardpoint, map number 1 in this series, and give themselves an advantage going into the search.
Yeah, it's going to be a 250 to 215 win, a heartbreaking loss for Rutgers considering how their whole day has went so far. Rutgers essentially, in the round 1 of the whole bracket here of these East playoffs, what they lose, like, what was it, like, I mean, by 10 points and then by 1 point in the hard points. Yeah, so they have lost to under 50 points every single time, under 30 points every single time, and St. Clair going to find this win here at map number 1, but Rutgers definitely a squad to be wary of. They are coming through swinging. It was a great start for St. Clair, and they really came back in that matchup.
Yeah, I think for me, the factor is the fact, again, we talked about this earlier on in the actual hardpoint. St. Clair played against Bay State, so going into this one, it seemed like, especially the P1, P2, not so much, but definitely P3, P4, like St. Clair was just outgunning them every single time that they got rushed. The breaks just didn't come through for Rutgers. They opened up such a big lead that, yeah, Rutgers came back and they brought it within 20, but St. Clair just held them at arm's length the entire rest of the game, right? Like, they ended the game, I think, 30 points up. There wasn't any time where they even got close enough to really contest St. Clair. And I mean, it is just the beginning of that one. It's the fact that St. Clair has shored up that weakness of having really slow starts to these hard points, and the fact that they're able to get those advantages means that they win games like this.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So really good stuff. I believe now the rest of the series is Berlin, Tuscan. I am fairly certain here going forwards now. So back to the basics, I guess. More like Berlin Tuscan duty. It was a fun name we've given it. But
Berlin Tuscan.
Yeah, Berlin Tuscan. It's going to be a great time to go back onto Search and Destroy. Going to be coming up next year in just a few minutes after this quick short break.
Welcome back from that quick short break here with Saints Gaming COD CCL lower bracket. St. Clair taking map number 1 off of Rutgers. Now we are going to be going into Berlin Search, something St. Clair obviously very familiar with. I think they played it every single series so far. They played today?
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that we've seen Berlin Search and Destroy here every single time today. I'm fairly certain. But we are actually already hopping into the game here now, getting right into things. It is Rutgers University, St. Clair College battling between each other here right now for this one. And it is a little bit of an incorrection. Rutgers University may say they're up 1-0 in the series, but they are actually down 1-0 in the series. We've been battling with CollegeCoD all day long.
CollegeCoD has not been our friend. That's okay. It happens. But we'll be players hopping into the lobby here in just a second. And St. Clair, you're up 1-0 going into a map you're very familiar with. I was going to say, actually, I didn't think about this, but they're going into control on Berlin and not control on Tuscan. Berlin just got added this week to the pool. So that's going to make things interesting for map number 3, but right now, map number 2, it is going to be Rutgers on the attack starting us off.
We've never seen Berlin control yet on this channel, so that is first time bringing it out in playoffs. Now, this is where we see a little bit more of these aggressive plant-style play coming through for these two teams. Sauce will open up the door. Hybrid shooting away. Does not find that player, right? You're going to take down Priestley, though, to put it to a 4-on-2, and this is a great start for Rutgers in the search.
Yeah, it is going to be ZB3 taking down Sauce. It's all up to Brandon. Can the MVP find a 1v4 here? It would be absolutely insane. Priestley did find a 1v3 earlier on. The clutch up against Davenport, but very, very different task here. Doesn't see that player. Oh, ZB3 actually does spot him out, and that is going to be a 4-0 for Rutgers in the round, and they are going to take the first one here and go up 1-0.
Yeah, what a start from Rutgers there. I mean, hey, flawless round, no complaints by any means. And if that really proves what we are going to be seeing for the rest of this Berlin map, I mean, I'm pretty scared if I am St. Clair in this one. But we are going to be switching sides, and we will see the Saints on the attack. Now, do you think they opt to go for a little bit more of a fast plant style here?
I think they're going to feel out their opponent a little bit. Obviously, I think that round was pretty quick. You didn't really get a chance to do your setup, figure out where you want it to go, and it looks like they are going to be going towards B site here with Bomb. There is, again, Gorilla playing this long flank. They have Brandon watching long angle. I don't know if Brandon has the sniper out this round. I wouldn't be surprised to see it. Sauce, going to see if he can find a player here. Hops into the site. Nate going to come through, but it's a little bit late. So they know where Sauce is. His position has been revealed, but this player doesn't want to reveal his right. Yuga does get spotted out, though, by the Nate. The hit marker came through, and Sauce going to find the head. That is going to be bomb coming down here in just a second. Nade prepped here. Going to come through the window, but not going to be enough here. So bomb will go down in just a second. And St. Clair going to be playing for this post plant.
Yeah, look at Hybrid, though. Hybrid's in a very cheeky spot. He has been spotted out, though, so now the information of Hybrid has been revealed, but he still will find Sauce before Priestley can get the 2 on the trade. He spots out Ghost the third, jumping for the kill, but Priestley will go down, and it's left into a 2v1. 27 seconds here remaining for Ghost to come and get this defuse. Gorilla and Brandon are set up on the defense, but Gorilla not expecting that player to be on the back line. That is 1 kill coming through. They know where Brandon is.
Oh, no. This is just done. He's done. That's it. That's going to be a 1v3, and Defuse going to come through. DBG Ghost clutching up here for Rutgers, and St. Clair just an absolute mess of a post plant, and DBG Ghost going to take advantage of it and will put Rutgers up in this search.
Yeah, that's going to be them up now 2-0. You know, the first round might not have been as much of an issue, but the second is definitely a tough one to drop there now. And it makes this third round just so much more important if you are the Saints in this one, because of the fact that you can't go down 3-0. You got to make this one and keep it within, a close distance. Keep this one within winnable distance. And, we can see amazing comebacks every now and then, but it's not a winning formula. So this is a very pivotal round. This is a very must-win round in my eyes for St. Clair.
And unfortunately, it was just lack of discipline there for St. Clair. The fact that he's getting away... Oh, Brandon spots him with the sniper, doesn't decide to take the shot, but... I was going to say, the fact that he's went down to 2 HP from a fight with Priestley, there's no one trading him out, and then Gorilla goes down. Brandon decides to hide behind the tank and doesn't get the trade out, and because he got spotted out, it means it's just a free kill. There's nothing you can do about it. So St. Clair, just a little bit of miscommunication there. Unfortunately, wasn't able to come through with the trade. Bomb has gone down very early here on A site. Sauce going to get spotted out here. It isn't going to go down just yet. Shot's going to come through. Ryuga going to finish off that kill. Priestley, no trade just yet. Going to spot him out coming through the window. Hybrid going to find Brandon though. And 21 seconds left. Gorilla, the only one standing for St. Clair. He's going to go down. And Rutgers striking fast. And now 3-0 up in this search. Things are falling apart for the Saints here.
Rutgers looks like a really strong search and destroy squad. I really like what they do in each of these S&D rounds, where it is, hold your points of access and get the quick plant. I mean, I feel like the plant is underestimated in search and destroy. I mean, when we played Bay State, I feel like we only saw bomb plants come down like what, 2 or 3 rounds. But here now in this one, bomb plants are so important. It can give you such an advantage, and I feel like bomb plants are going to be the key to winning here in this search and destroy. St. Clair, you got to get the bomb down here in this one, and you have to win this round. You cannot afford to be going down 4-0.
Also, we should be watching Ghost here on that 4 streak. Obviously, still a little bit away from actually finding that glide bomb, but could be a possibility here. Priestley getting a shot as well. Sauce hiding behind the tank here. Ryuga thinks that someone's here. Sauce gets away though. Get towards B site here for a moment. Priestley gets spotted out as well. The shot's gonna come through. That's me. Ryuga finishing off 1 kill. Not gonna find the kill on Sauce though. Sauce able to win the gunfight. Is in a pretty exposed position now. Ghost gonna pop up here. Gonna find that kill and slide away. Not gonna get traded out on that 5-3. Brandon with the sniper here. Shot's going to come through. He did get spotted by that one player here. We'll have to retreat up to that second story if he can do anything with that sniper.
Yeah, he's going to try to get up there nice and high and try to find as many angles as he can, but Hybrid right below him is not going to be spotted. DBG Ghost is in a fairly safe area as well. It's going to be very hard for Brandon to try to find an opening with the sniper, but actually, never mind. There's the opening he was looking for, just does not net any kills. Brandon immediately making his way all the way down. Gorilla way over towards this B bomb site, and Brandon is looking to put this plant through. There's a player right off to his left, though. ZB3, does he know one is on site? Now he does, but the plant comes through. Staying alive is Brandon before he does go down. Gorilla left in a 1v3 post, or 1v2 post plant here. One player behind, he spots him out, brings out the rifle, but Hybrid for the kill, in Rutgers University for 4 in a row.
They just don't stop, and St. Clair just doesn't have an answer for him. And I mean, they're very winnable rounds, but Rutgers just plays these post plants so well. They know when to rotate. They know they feel like they know where St. Clair is positioned at all times, and it doesn't matter what they try and bring out. It doesn't matter what strat St. Clair has. They just get shut down by Rutgers, and now you're down 4-0 for St. Clair. There is no streaks for Rutgers, so at least there is that. But regardless, it is going to take an absolute miracle for St. Clair to come back in this search.
Yeah, it is not going to be an easy task by any means. So here we go. It's going to be the Saints looking to come all the way over towards this B side and spread it a little bit more evenly here now, as Sauce has completely opened up this cross, and he's in a very good position here to be able to hold this one through a little bit further. Ryuga making his way in over towards the staircase as well. Sauce, you got to be wary of each of your angles. So that's the thing. Clair's going to rush right into that door, but
it's so interesting to me. St. Clair doesn't play aggressive. Look how far back they're allowing the plant to come down on A, and Rutgers post plant has been so good. I don't understand why they're allowing this plant to come through. You're going to play post plant. You're going to try and get those exits. Priestley going to find Ryuga here. Will be a good kill for St. Clair. You have 38 seconds. Still a lot of time for the defuse, but St. Clair, you got to start moving soon.
Yeah, you have to start moving for sure, and that is not the start you are looking for. ZB3 to find the first here, and it is going to be Priestley up in the window. He spots this player, jumps out, finds that kill off on a hybrid, really helping out his teammate there. The defuse is still forced to come into play. Oh my god, a ninja defuse? It's getting defused right now. ZB3 finds 2 kills. Does he expect the player on the bomb? Yes, they do. They will find the player, but so close on the ninja defuse for the Saints. That's a 5th round for Rutgers. They're on map point, and they have not even dropped a round yet.
No matter what St. Clair does, Rutgers has an answer for it, and absolutely insane stuff. The fact that ZB3 found those 2 headshots on site just opened everything up, because even if one of those players survives, they can fight back. Brandon only has to defuse a bomb for another second. That's all he needed, but unfortunately just didn't have the time for it. Brandon sitting at 0-5 in this search, struggling so much. Gorilla 1-5, Sauce 2-5, Priestley the only one really doing anything for St. Clair right now in the search. And a 5-0, it would actually be insane if St. Clair ends up winning this one. It's going to be a really long road ahead of them to try and come back in this one.
Right, and he does start us off nicely, though, as Ryuga goes down, but Hybrid quick to find Gorilla, and Ghost quick to find Brandon before Hybrid does get traded out. Ghost going to find 2 here now in this round. Currently 8-1 in this search and destroy. He has definitely been a sturdy wall for Rutgers, as well as ZB3 at 6-1. Those 2 combined at 14-2 right now. As for the Saints,
this is really smart for Sauce because he has the sub, right? So he has to play on A site. B site would be really hard to hold with just that sub. Shot's going to come through here for Ghost. Not going to be able to get contact, though. And Sauce going to sneak away. He can do this. If he can find his individual gunfight win, he does get it. Can he get away from this one? Yes, he can. Just for a second, HP going to come back.
He's on it.
Diffuse is coming through, though. Does Sauce realize this is happening? He's going to be too late. He's not up the stairs yet. He doesn't go for this challenge. That's going to be it. ZB3 going to defuse the bomb, and that is going to be Rutgers cleaning up St. Clair. A 6-0 search. Absolutely flawless here. They will be tying us at 1 map apiece.
It is always brutal when you're a team and you lose to a ninja defuse. It's definitely a morale shatterer, and I've really got to hope that the Saints can keep this one composed after losing map number 2 so dominantly.
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw 6-0 against the Saints? Like, if anybody, you're expecting it to be like Bay State.
I don't even think this year I've seen a 6-0 against St. Clair, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. So Rutgers being able to pull out the inedible here now, and we'll find the win in map 2 on Berlin, but we're going to go right back to Berlin for map number 3. First time ever we are going to be seeing control on Berlin for this channel. We've only ever seen it on Gavatu and Tuscan. Have you seen it on anything else? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think this is the only time.
Gavatu and Tuscan are the only 2 maps we've seen control on. We are going to be seeing Berlin here in map number 3 in just a few moments. We are going to be taking a quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Hello Saints Nation and welcome back to another game on Berlin. This time going to be control between your Saints and your Rutgers University. Map number 3 coming into play. Both these teams tied up at 1-1 currently. Once again, Jackson the Pride Brown joined alongside John Zudima to bring you all of the action.
So it is going to be a new map for control here. Berlin just got introduced to the pool this week. So I don't think, like, obviously they played on Berlin enough times on Hardpoint and Search, so it's not something unfamiliar to these teams, but the fact that you're playing control on it is a completely different story. And how do you think these teams are going to shape up on this one?
Well, here's the thing. We don't know how, like, if Rutgers has been scrimming it, or like, it might not have been allowed in the pool for quite some time, but we don't know how these teams are going to be on it. This is literally a big old question mark for me on who will take away this map, who's going to win this game. It really just comes down to, I feel like, who has the better raw Call of Duty skills. We haven't seen this map in mode quite some time, so you can't really perfect the craft, you can't really perfect your strats, but you can perfect your gunshot, you can perfect your communication, your team-oriented skill, and all of those.
It looks like it is very similar to a lot of the other maps. See where A, very attacker-sided, B, super close to the defender spawn, so it is going to be the tougher one to take. It looks like St. Clair are going to be evening up the lives here. Will be able, oh, not quite, maybe take a tick. Yeah, they just took a tick on A site, so they will get one through here, and they're probably going to get a second before Rutgers can contest it. So pretty good start here for St. Clair.
Yeah, that is going to be 2 ticks here now, looking for their third, and that's all they got to do is just close this one out here. Now you might see Rutgers kind of start to fall off a little bit more, but never mind. Rutgers is going to go in for the contest, and they're going to completely take all of this progression down, forcing St. Clair to regroup and try to battle this one again. But Brandon and Priestley, finding those 2 kills, should be able to open this one up for the A site to be captured in full, which it will be. And now we're headed over towards this B side, rather, and this is where things start to get a little bit more difficult if you are St. Clair, currently leading in the lives department by tied, and now by 1. But Brandon Priestley doing some good jobs opening things up. You just got to make your way over to this B site.
It's going to be interesting to see if they go for these flank options. Like, obviously, Berlin, a pretty open map. You can't see a lot, so it isn't that easy to find flank positions here. They have 2
they're spawning in the flank almost.
Yeah, so it is going to be positioning here. Gorilla going to find hybrid, so St. Clair going to be able to push up here. But again, B site so close to the defenders that by the time St. Clair actually makes it to that point, like you can see, they are already back here. But Brandon Gorilla going to find one apiece. A third for Priestley. That's going to be at least a tick on B here, and St. Clair able to clean this up pretty well. They get one, looking for more here. They have a 6 life advantage now as well. It's going to be B taken by them. This might just be the point. I mean, there's only one left here. It's going to be Ghost. He's Priestley going to take him down on point. Sauce going to find it. That's going to be St. Clair taking the attacking round and going up 1-0 in control.
It came, like, almost out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, okay, next thing you know, they're all just come right out of... It was right off spawn as well. It's like they didn't find a whole lot of entry kills or anything. It seemed as if that the side of Rutgers gave them a lot of control to work with, and St. Clair just used it to their advantage. You had Brandon in mid, who was holding a great position. He ultimately did go down, but the Saints were still able to close out that site, and they're going to take the lead 1-0, and to do so on the attacking side. Now, mind you, we don't know Berlin on if it's as defender-favored. However, it looked like, you know, they did a fairly good job on their attacking side. Now they just got to see what they can do on the defense.
Looks like Rutgers is going to go towards that A site, similar to what St. Clair did. St. Clair going to send Priestley and Gorilla over there to try and defend it. Gorilla's shots coming through here, not going to find anyone with contact, and that means 1 tick of progress already made here. Priestley not going to spot anyone there. ZB3 and Ghost going to find 1 kill apiece, and looks like this might be a quick A take for Rutgers, and St. Clair doesn't really have an answer for it.
Yeah, that's a big grenade. It should be able to find something, and it will. That's going to be Ghost going down. The pistol of Brandon. I love the pistol kills to this day. And he's looking for more with the pistol. There it is. A double with the pistol for Brandon. And that is going to be him at 11-2 in this one so far, John. Wow. I didn't even see that really until now. He's actually on a 3 streak, so Brandon should have score streaks.
Yeah, he should have picked him up right at the end of the last map. Oh, I guess not. So I don't really know when that happened, but regardless, he's still sitting on 3 streaks right now, trying to move forward here. Hybrid getting taken up by Sauce. Sauce looking through the other door. Doesn't see him play just yet. Ryuga not able to find contact, so Sauce able to find a second kill. And St. Clair doing a pretty good job. There is a big flank here by ZB3.
Yeah, look at this. ZB3, he's just way on the back line, but he is going to be not spotted quite yet. And honestly, ZB3's position isn't going to be crazy valued until his teammates are in position. So we'll see what happens. That's Ryuga finding one for a couple trades here now. And now ZB3 still awaiting on this flank. He's just messing up these spawns. I think are just waiting for players to cross in through him or something like that. But there he goes. ZB3, his position has been revealed, and now they know about him in the back line. B site, though, this is looking fairly good for Rutgers here now, John.
Priestley needs to go huge here. He has to find at least 1 or 2 kills here. Gorilla going to get shut down here. Brandon going to find one. Priestley still in this hallway, is finally getting taken up by Ryuga, but he does stop at least that second thing from going through. It looks like Rutgers might just get it anyway here. St. Clair not able to get anyone on site just yet. Gorilla and Sauce going to team up to find 2 kills apiece. Priestley going to clean up that last person. That means that second tick will not be taken. St. Clair evening up the lives. Just one difference now between these two teams, but still a lot of time and a lot of lives remaining for Rutgers to try and push on to B-side here.
Yeah, still lots of time to go here, and lots of lives. There's still only a 1 live game here between these two teams. Now make it 0. It's going to be completely even at 17-17. And Rutgers, here's another one of their attempts to push into this one. Priestley going to go down first. Sauce has been spotted, and this is actually a fairly good opening here now. If you are Rutgers, that's 3 kills, and this should be, honestly, might just be it. Unless Gorilla can go huge here. He finds 2, but I just don't know if that's going to be enough.
Priestley has to find some people here. He has to at least contest this one, try and get onto this point. Just does get there in time. Gets 1 kill, finds a second as well. Priestley going to shut down that push. Not going to allow him to get that 3rd tick, but St. Clair has to play perfect COD now. They can't allow Rutgers to even get control of this for a couple of seconds, or else it will be over. And a long time still for Rutgers to try and set this one up.
Yes, that is going to be a couple trades coming through to leave it to a player advantage in favor of St. Clair. You're down to 30 seconds here now, though, so if you are Rutgers, you got to be a little more worried as Gorilla finds Hybrid from the backside. And Sauce, he's set up nicely for these players coming in on the front side. He's just ready for them to come on through. There's the first, looking for Ghost, not able to find that kill. Some shots coming through. Priestley shuts down Ryuga, and Ghost, he's made his way. He's onto this B point, but Brandon here on the backline as well. He's got to worry about so many points of access that Ghost just dips on out of there. He does not want to take those fights today. He was just getting collapsed from all angles.
Does find Sauce, though, on the backside of it. Control still held by St. Clair. 11 seconds left. Rutgers has to push on to point here. 6 lives remaining. Still a decent amount there. Can cost him a couple lives, but only 6 seconds remaining. Hybrid going to find one. Priestley going to trade one back. Really going to find Ghost as well. No respawns left for BSC, and they need to get on this point. They do have one person there, ZB3, but taken out immediately. And St. Clair, they might shield up. Yeah, it is. St. Clair going to win this defense with 2 ticks on B and going to take a 2-0 series here in control.
That is always big because now it almost guarantees defense, even if this one does go 5 rounds. It doesn't guarantee it, but it really does help things out for their defending side. But yeah, beautiful stuff for the side of St. Clair. Now, if a benefit if you are Rutgers, you did get 2 ticks, so it should help you in, you know, a round 5 defensive side decision making. But I mean, regardless, St. Clair won their attacking side, and that does that's a deal breaker. So
17-6 for Brandon.
Yeah,
that's
unreal.
Crazy. Gorilla also sitting on the 4 streak. Priestley on the 3 streak here going into this one. Priestley almost gets that taken away immediately. He is going to be able to survive, though. Sauce going to find Ryuga and St. Clair. Again, good momentum here going into A site.
That's exactly the momentum they needed. Priestley will find ZB3, and Ghost goes down to Gorilla after trading him out for Brandon. That's going to be Hybrid falling, and St. Clair off to another one of these great starts. The momentum right now in their favor, and all of these kills are also swinging in their favor as well. The A site, if the quicker you can capture this, the better for the attacking side.
Keep an eye on the streaks as well. Gorilla on 6, Priestley on 4. That's going to be 7. Gorilla going to find the glide bomb. Priestley on 5 right now is going to get shut down before he can actually get that, though. Grenade will find him. But St. Clair able to pick up at least 1 streak here, so it will be very useful here. And they are going to be able to pick up A here. Maybe a contest can come through at the last second here. We'll see if they go for it. No, they're not going to spend any lives, and it is going to be St. Clair securing point A. So now 2 minutes and 25 lives to try and take B site here and end it with a sweep on control.
Yeah, you have a lot of time and a lot of lives to do this. Also, a live advantage is very, very big because it gives you the option to play this one very kill TDM orientated. So St. Clair do have that as an option here now, just knowing that they have 6 lives over their opponent. Brandon also in a good spot here, swinging around, but Ryuga does find that kill. Gorilla on the flank doesn't even get the trade-off, but Sauce will finally clean that player up here now. It is going to be DBG Ghost on the point, finding the first player. Hybrid jumping through, finds Gorilla. So Rutgers, they do answer back nicely, keep the live advantage to a small amount of 3, and a minute 20 to go.
Lots of time for St. Clair to decide how they want to attack it. You see, look at how aggressive the setup is from Rutgers. They're not expecting someone to come all the way around on the flank. They are going to send someone through, though. Brandon going to be able to get past ZB3 here, so he does have a flank setup here. We saw the same thing happen for Rutgers. It worked really, really well for them. They were able to get a couple of ticks off of it, but Brandon going to have to be careful here how he plays around these doors. ZB3 suspects something is, but doesn't sniff it out, so Brandon might have good positioning here. On the front side, though, Rutgers really shutting down St. Clair's offensive.
Yeah, it's making St. Clair have a really difficult time. You got to find Hybrid on this close angle here, who will go down to the wallbang of Priestley. Brandon looking for more in this top mid positioning, but it's not just giving him as much as he really hoped for. Ryuga up here on top, trying to find him as Sauce, but not able to make up that kill. Priestley and Brandon able to find a couple, but Brandon shot out, going to go down to Hybrid. That's the mid positioning gone. Sauce going to find another kill to his name, though, and this should open up this B site a little bit further now for St. Clair as they all start to make their way over towards this one and try to collapse on the site. But ZB3 opening up with a kill on the Sauce is not the answer they were looking for.
They have a 3-life advantage, but only 20 seconds left. They have to start pushing towards this point, trying to stop that clock, and this is not what they need. Priestley going to find one, but ZB3 and Ghost find one of their own. Now lives are 11-9. St. Clair has to try and push onto the site. Sauce going to find one. Hybrid going to trade one right back. Priestley going to spot it out here. Going to dip below those bullets for a second. Priestley just checking every angle. Only 4 seconds left. St. Clair, you have to get onto this point. You have to have someone push on there. They have nobody there. That's going to be Rutgers taking a round back on the defense.
Yeah, Rutgers doing a really good job keeping themselves in this one, and the defense was the easy round to win. Now you have to win your offense, and that's going to be a little bit more of a challenge here for yourself, so we'll see if they can do it. But right now, St. Clair is going to be leading in the tick department by 1, I do believe?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. So we'll see how this one go, but St. Clair over Rutgers right now. It is going to be 2-1 game. I'd expect to see this one go round 5. I mean, the defense, it's not an easiest of tasks, but it's definitely there. I mean, attacking is a lot easier in this than it is in Tuscan, I will say that.
It is going to be 4 strong, again, pushing towards A site. We've seen both teams do this every single time. But Brandon and Gorilla going to get 2 quick kills. Going to slow down this A push for the moment. Priestley not being able to get that kill on Ghost. Ghost able to find that one, able to hold on to this one. Will get 1 tick on A site here. Gorilla going to bust through that door. Going to find one. Ghost going to answer back with one of his own. That's going to be Ryuga taking out Gorilla. Sauce. The answer back trades going back and forth between these teams, but it is going to be Rutgers again, finding control of A, and able to take a second tick here.
Yeah, that's Priestley and Sauce here, finding a couple kills to their name here now. And it's going to be the side of St. Clair able to completely flood in, swarm this site, and find all of the kills that was needed. Ghost here going to take down Brandon. Ryuga looking for something in mid, but Priestley turns around somehow, finding that kill. And St. Clair will maintain a 5-live advantage here right now. No progression has been made towards either of these sites for the side of Rutgers. Obviously, they have a couple ticks, but no sites have been confirmed in their favor yet.
And just like that, A site will be confirmed in their favor. But now the tough task of taking B site. We've seen teams drop this one so often. They just haven't been able to actually go on attack and find B site. And St. Clair find a couple kills for themselves here. It is going to be Rutgers again trying to burst through this window, trying to find anything they can. But Brandon going to shut the door on them yet again. Ryuga lying down behind this window is not going to be able to get anything. And St. Clair finding a 7-life lead for themselves early on in this control.
This glass wall always amazes me because you can shoot through every single one of these small cells, and it makes it so for some like very interesting gunfights every now and then. Brandon finds one on the outskirts, but DBG Ghost is quick for that trade there, and that is going to be Sauce finding Ryuga. And the trades will always benefit the defending side because you spawn so much closer than the attackers do. A 1-for-1 trade will benefit the defense.
The problem for Rutgers right now is the fact that St. Clair does have a couple kill streaks in their back pocket as well. So despite the fact they may be having, you know, some kind of leverage here, it just is going to be really tough for them because not only are they down 7 lives, they're also down streaks. So St. Clair holding the angles here. There will be Ryuga sneaking up here. Going to find one kill. Going to be able to dip away for the moment. Able to play his life here. Gorilla ready for him to pop outside the door, and that's going to be a kill trade back. But St. Clair holding on to the 7-life difference in Rutgers. You're gonna have to find a miracle here in order to take this one back from St. Clair.
Yeah, ZB3 trying to do so, but just not able to open things up. That is going to be the kill going in favor of Brandon here. Hybrid from the backline. He's been able to find himself a little bit of a hole through the defense as jumping through. He's able to find a couple of players. That is Hybrid with 2. Gorilla good for a trade. And the time has been stopped as we do see Rutgers currently on the site. Hybrid on a 5 streak right now before getting shot down from Sauce, but ZB3 still good for more. The progression on B has been stopped, but kills are coming through for Rutgers. This was a 7-live advantage, now down to just 4. Streaks are starting to come through, trying to find anything, but that's the problem with this. Streaks on B site of Berlin don't work near as well as they do on Tuscan.
Because you can't see anybody in that building. Hybrid and DBG is going to find kills, but that's no respawns left for Rutgers here. They have to try and take B with nobody getting a respawn here. Shots to come through here. DBG Ghost is going to win that one. They only need 1 tick here. They need nothing at all. St. Clair has to hop on his point. Stop it. That's going to be Rutgers actually taking B and bringing us to a round 5.
You never expect to see Rutgers come through and
No.
take that one there. The streaks were just not valuable for the Saints there, and they were not able to find their kills in the last second. So close of a try for the Saints. They're just not able to close out that control here in this round. Now you got to go to a round 5, and it's going to be Saints attack.
Ooh.
This is brutal for St. Clair. This is one of the worst outcomes you could have imagined or hoped for. You got to find your attacking round win here now. We've only seen 2 so far this game, which is actually pretty decent. So they're going 50-50 on attacking round wins and defending round wins.
It's so unfortunate, too, because you look at the kills across the board. Like, St. Clair was very, very ahead in lives, but it didn't matter because in that initial first attacking round, Rutgers found 2 ticks on B site. St. Clair on their attacking round didn't find any, so it is going to be them taking on the attack, and already the tide turning in Rutgers' favor. Lives tied. St. Clair going to be able to get control of A site here, but they have the tough task of trying to take B. That is going to be, even though they haven't gotten A yet, that's still something they're thinking about right now.
Oh, B site is on the back of your mind at all points in time. Like, I mean, A site is already at 2 ticks, and if you're from the side of Bay State, you're not Bay State, Rutgers, still used to the last series here, but if you're from the side of Rutgers, you are going to pretty much just give it up like they did. It's going to be St. Clair tied up with lives here now to Rutgers, and it is the B point. You have over 2 minutes, which is a benefit for St. Clair to use the time to their advantage, but the lives, it's going to be even right now, so Rutgers can play that in their favor, and the B site, we just know how hard it is to actually get an initial take.
Priestley is going to be able to get one back. And I think for St. Clair, you should try and play this fast because you are winning very, very heavily in the frag department. You're winning your gunfight. So if you can force the issue onto Rutgers, if you force those gunfights, I think they can do really, really well. Hybrid with good positioning back here. Going to find Sauce. Going to find a second. Going to find a third. Hybrid finds 3 on the flank. And that is going to be him taking control of this control.
You needed to find something there. It was just not able to go. And this is now going to be St. Clair just trying to fight for whatever they can. They're down in the lives by 3. And if they lose this map on control, they are not going to stop thinking about this for the rest of the night.
No, it's going to be a tough pill to swallow for St. Clair. They're going to move on to B-side here. Did he get a couple initial kills? Hybrid going to get one back. Priestley with an answer back immediately. Brandon Priestley going to find kills apiece. Priestley trying to survive here just down 8 HP. Going to be able to live for the moment. Maybe able to regen as well. Tick maybe going over to them actually here. If they can hold Hybrid off here from contesting, they might be able to do it. That's going to be 4 down for Rutgers here in St. Clair. That's at least 1 tick, maybe even 2 here. ZB threw the nice shot in on point there for a second. Chip shot's going to come through here. Some damage being done here. Going to find 1. Trying to find a second. Is going to get it. Brandon turning up here. Gonna find that streak and get shut down for a second, but it doesn't even matter. St. Clair just pops off on attack. Rutgers can't stop the wave that is St. Clair. They're gonna take attack here on round 5, and they are gonna take control and go up 2-1 in this series.
You know, usually I provide him my little O's there, and then it happened so many times that I was like,
oh my goodness.
Really good stuff from the Saints, able to close out the control, and it didn't look perfect. It didn't look pretty for them, and going into the last, 90 seconds, and it just was... They turned on that switch. They were able to, and they close out the control. St. Clair remains undefeated on the controls here.
You know what's funny?
They're all defeated, but...
Rutgers did that exact thing to them in the round before on attack. It was just like out of nowhere. They just wiped them completely. And then St. Clair turns it around, does the exact same thing to them in round 5. Insane stuff.
Yeah, unreal stuff here. It just completely turns things around, turns the tide back onto Rutgers to now leave it to a 2-1 scoreline. The Saints will be on series point, looking to end off today still in playoffs. If you can end off your Saturday in playoffs still, you're happy with it. So they're playing for top 8 right now. And basically top 4 teams make it into the LAN. So top 8 would be pretty good to be able to at least know that you only have to fight for 4 more spots. And with that being said, though, we are going to be getting underway with our first Tuscan of this series over on Hardpoint right after this quick break.
Alrighty, welcome back everybody. We are going to be moving on to Tuscan Hardpoint. St. Clair up 2-1 in the series. They can close it out and move on to top 8 in the CCL playoffs if they can win this game. If Rutgers comes back and wins this one, they can bring us to a game number 5. And I mean, I think a game 5 is deserving of the series because it's been a really, really close one. Yeah,
as much as I'd love for the Saints to come through and close this one out here and actually find the series win, I do think that map 5 is definitely what set the tone for this series here. Now,
I mean, we've seen 3-1s all day, so I don't know.
That's it. It's exactly it. We've seen 3-1s all day. Maybe it's the trend will continue, but it's Brandon and Priestley starting us off on this hard point.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we want to see. Gorilla going to find another one here, almost 4 down for Rutgers, and it's St. Clair. This is exactly what we wanted to see, them starting off hard points hot, and they're just not stopping. 6 kills over for St. Clair. They're getting the objective time. Ghost finally going to break through for Rutgers, but they just can't seem to get a good footing on this one, and St. Clair already up 25 points. Start us off. Priestley finding one, Brandon finding another. ZB3 going to take Sauce down, but Brandon a third, Gorilla a fourth, and where does it stop? St. Clair, 2 deaths so far, and look at these streaks going for them right now. Brandon finding another. Nobody can stop these guys.
We just found a full 60 on hardpoint 1. I said it in map 1 of this series. I was like, John, what would you do if we found a full 60 in hardpoint 1? And I bet my life on that we would not find a full 60 on hardpoint 1.
I lost the bet.
And that is now going to be St. Clair finding a full 60 on hardpoint 1 here. Sauce straight out from Hybrid. Priestley going to find him, and it's going to be now a 51-10 scoreline. Rutgers, though, they're doing a great job of P2. St. Clair going to have a really tough time breaking into this one. We know how hard the B side of Control is to break in, and this is exactly where it's located.
Look at St. Clair, 3 strong coming in from the flank. Ghost going to shut that idea down instantly. There's going to be one flying in from the stairs as well. Going to take down Hybrid. Sauce going to be able to escape here for the moment. St. Clair going to be able to clean up the back of it. Priestley and Brandon finding one apiece. ZB3 going to finally get one back, but St. Clair able to get control of P2, and they are going to be able to take advantage of this one. Already up 30 points in this one. This is exactly what we want to see from this. Was their biggest weakness, and they've done such a good job of shoring it up.
Yeah, look at this. The kills are coming through in all areas needed for St. Clair right now.
9-0. Like,
oh my goodness.
Holy smokes, Brandon.
Brandon, I will say, Brandon's been lights out from the start of today to the end of today. Brandon has been putting up numbers against Bay State. He's been just absolutely making life-saving X-Factor plays for the side of St. Clair all series long and all night long here for the side of St. Clair. So Brandon, he's definitely going to be my MVP of the playoffs here so far.
MVP of the year, MVP of these playoffs so far. Brandon gonna strike again, finds Hybrid, getting traded out by ZB3, but that's okay. Sauce has his back. Ghost takes down Priestley. Gorilla, Sauce are somehow able to survive on this point. Gorilla takes down Hybrid, and Rutgers, where is your answer? Brandon gonna take down Sauce, so maybe that'll help you out a little bit on this one. Nade's gonna come through, gonna find Priestley on the backside. Gorilla gonna find one, looks for this doorway here, gonna see one coming through. Hybrid, he's gonna let through, waiting for these two players, gonna push through. Gorilla gonna find one, waiting for more, seeing if anyone will cross into his path. And look at, they're scared to even go onto this point because St. Clair is holding so much control over it.
St. Clair is very, very good here right now in this matchup, currently leading by 60, already at triple figures here just after, what is this, the third, fourth hard point here. So very good stuff from St. Clair in that regard. It is going to be the side of Rutgers to answer back. Now, they are on this next hard point. Hybrid starting us off nicely, but St. Clair is trying to get everything set up for a retake. It's only going to take a few seconds. They've been very good on their retakes all night long, and look at the flank from Priestley.
It's so interesting to me. It is Priestley taking down one, Brandon with another one as well. Hybrid trade back onto Gorilla. Priestley finding a third. They are going to be able to clear everyone off point except for Ryuga. Ryuga, the only one standing here. Nate going to come through. Won't take him out just yet. Going to force him away from the point. But I was going to say, it seems like a lot of these other hardpoint maps, there's a lot of really contested points, right? Where like not a lot of teams are actually taking objective time. I think there's been someone on point for every single second of these objectives.
Yeah, this one has been definitely a different story when it does come to that. And I think right now the Saints just look a little bit more comfortable on Tuscan. I feel like the Saints, we know, me and you personally, we've seen it countless amount of times this season, and it really does provide the Saints a nice little safe space, a nice little comfort. It's the first time we see it in this series, so I think it's a sense of refreshment for the Saints here now, but this is still only a 50-point game. So Rutgers has been able to hold on since that first initial hardpoint, which is something that is a good sign for them. It's just that first hardpoint has built the Saints such an advantage that they can just keep them, like you said, like in the last series there, at arm's length for this whole rest of this one.
It is going to be contested here up in the stairwell, but Sauce popping off has 3 kills, 9 and 8. Brandon 17 and 5 right now. Gorilla 11 and 6. Every single member from St. Clair is popping off here. Priestley 16 and 9 as well. Like, St. Clair contributing from all fronts, and that is what you need at this point in this bracket. Hybrid and Ghost going to find some kills for themselves here. Will be able to take control of this one, but St. Clair's built themselves up a 60-point lead here, and they are not letting go of it anytime soon.
Double kill with the pistol for Brandon, looking for more through the wall, and he will find it. That's Gorilla finding the 4th and a full team wipe for St. Clair to regain the last 20 seconds of this hardpoint. Brandon still finding more with the pistol. He had a rifle in hand and pulls out the pistol. He is just on cloud 9 right now in this matchup.
Rutgers has no idea what to do right now. St. Clair is just completely taking control of this game. They're up 90 points in this one, and no matter where they're running, no matter what they're doing, it seems like they're just winning every single gunfight. Look at this. Brandon almost finding this glide bomb in just a second. Needs one more kill for it. Hybrid going to shut down Priestley here. That's going to be a glide bomb popped off here. Sauce going to be taking down Hybrid with 2 kills of his own here. Finally, Rutgers with some life. That's going to be a streak through for Brandon, though. Was able to get a glide bomb before he went down. Priestley finding 2. Hybrid going to take that kill, and finally they're going to get something back, but it doesn't matter. Priestley finds 3, and they take control of hardpoint and to get 110 points. What is going on right now?
Yeah, St. Clair is just closing this game out. They want to end this one 3-1. They do not want to see a map 5 all day here. We've seen map 4s countless amount of times, but it's map 5 that we have not seen, and St. Clair is going to look to keep it that way. Approaching the 200-point marker here now. They will acquire it, and they are up right now about 120 points over their opponents. It is just not close here right now. Rutgers just does not have an answer, and I feel like the morale is just not there. St. Clair should be able to just close this game out. They can literally win this one off of scrap time here now.
I feel like games 1 to 3 were just completely different than game 4. I feel like St. Clair came into this hardpoint and they're like, we need to end it now. We're not going to map 5. We're going to end it now on hardpoint. We've seen them do it twice today. They only want it. They want to end it on these hardpoints. They want to end it on these respawn modes and feel good about these victories. And I think at this point, they have it in the bag. They're up so much at this point. Like Rutgers, it would be almost impossible for them to come back in this one. I mean, you never know, but with St. Clair fragging it like they are, I just don't see a chance.
If Rutgers wins this hardpoint, it would be the biggest hardpoint comeback of my casting career, so we will see what they can do with that one. Now only down by 105, which is a little bit better than it was before. They're doing very good job holding down this hardpoint currently. St. Clair's definitely been slowed down as of lately, and yeah, look at that. This is going to be 3 kills going in favor of Rutgers. Rutgers might be doing exactly what St. Clair just did to them. The only problem is St. Clair is already at 210, so like I was saying, they can play off scrap time, but that is even if they get any scrap time. Ryuga continue to hold this last one here now. St. Clair trying to win out on these rotations, but that is Rutgers on the initial jump, and this could be a very close game here now, John, if Rutgers can get a full 60.
It is going to be very tough to take this one. We saw how well St. Clair defended it when they had control at the beginning. Priestley going to find one here. Trade back onto Brandon, though. It will be one apiece here. St. Clair pushing towards the bottom here, trying to find some kind of momentum here. It will be first contact from Priestley. Is going to find ZB3, going to slide in here. Gorilla going to find one. Sauce going to find another. That's going to be just Ryuga left on point. Can he do anything? He finds a second, actually. He's going to be able to hold on for a moment. Brandon finally going to take him out, but it gives enough time for his teammates to spawn and come all the way back to that point. But Gorilla and Brandon going to shut any of those ideas down, and St. Clair going to be able to take control of this point for the moment. Priestley, Ryuga gets 2 with a nade. That might just have saved them this hardpoint map.
Yeah, but Ryuga going down in that gunfight could be brutal. Never mind. Ghost is here for the trades on a few of them. ZB3 going to take down his teammate, and St. Clair probably looking to just go play rotations here now over onto this next hardpoint. That is exactly where they will be, and they are already set up. This is going to be difficult for Rutgers to make their way through, but ZB3 with an entry, and Ryuga for one as well. Priestley with a very big kill on the hybrid there to at least put this one back into their favor. But look at this retake. Rutgers has gotten control of the point, and John, this is a new game.
Oh, St. Clair, you can't let this one slip from your fingers, because if you end up going to map number 5, this is going to be in your brain the whole time. Rutgers take control of this one. St. Clair gets a couple kills through. Brandon going to find a double as well, and St. Clair has 3 on point. There is no one from Rutgers to contest. You have to make this break, or else your playoff run is done.
Yeah, that is going to be just 25 seconds is all that St. Clair needs. Now they're in positions. They got this one locked down. That's 4 down. Rutgers probably have one good last push coming into this hill. Otherwise, it might just be it. Brandon still finding more kills. Ryuga with one with the grenade. They're trying to make their way in onto the back line here, and they do have a bit of a contest going for ourselves. It is a 240 scoreline for St. Clair. You have little chance for Rutgers to make their way through there. Flooding in one by one, though, and it is actually going to go in favor of Rutgers. It is going to be this hardpoint not ending the game. game. We will be seeing another one come into play, and St. Clair is already set up and ready on that one. A big kill for Gorilla over here, and he will find it. A hard point contested. Ryuga, though, has been clutching up for the side of Rutgers countless amount of times, and this is Rutgers with control of the hard point here now.
6 points is all St. Clair needs in this one. Rutgers has to play full 60s for these next 2 hard points and win this one out. They're doing a pretty good job of it so far. Priestley gets a double with a nade. Ryuga can clean up Brandon, though, and it means they're still going to hold this one strong. 3 collapsing in on the site. Gorilla going to find one. Can he find a second? Nade not going to catch anybody out just yet. Ghost going to find one. Sauce trading back. Trades back and forth between these teams. But that's St. Clair. He will take control of it. That's going to be St. Clair. Bring it up to 250. And that, never mind. Yes, there it is. St. Clair going to take it 250, take down Rutgers, and keep moving on through this losers bracket into the top 8 of the CCL.
Yeah, the Saints, it was quite the achievement when they came out of groups to make it to the round of 16. Now you're in the round of 8 for the CCL East playoffs. 8 teams to compete for 4 spots now at LAN, up against all the West Coast Division teams for CCL playoffs on LAN. That is going to be super exciting if the Saints can qualify and make that. They have to win 2 more series. So we do have a whole other day of matches. I don't believe it's tomorrow. I actually have no clue when these next set of CCL matches are. It's TBD for now. But St. Clair Saints will find a 3-1 series win to start off the day. They're going to find a 3-1 series lost in the middle of the day to drop down to lowers, and a 3-1 series win here now in round number 2 of our lower bracket, and to try to force themselves in to keep this run going on forwards. There is still quite a bit of, bracket to go, so I would not get our hopes up high quite yet, but a top 8 finish, even if you lose your next series, you're fairly happy with how things have been going. You're going to be top 16 in all of the CCL and the whole nation, and you're top 8 on the East Coast.
It's a pretty good record, and I think for me, looking forward at the rest of this bracket, run St. Clair shored up their weaknesses. We talked about how they struggled on the first rotation on these hard points. Today, they were by and far the best team out of, even against Bay State. I think they started off so well on these hard points. They shored up that weakness, and it meant that they were able to take hard points off of these teams. So, I mean, for me, the fact that you're able to beat Rutgers on hardpoint is huge for you moving forward, and the fact that they started off with that 51 points on P1, absolutely insane. So I mean, these other teams in the lower bracket, they got to watch out for St. Clair because they could make a real run for their money.
Yeah, you definitely do gotta watch out, Saints. I'm definitely keeping an eye on the lower bracket run. I believe that CCL will pick up the remaining of these matches here now. Maybe I'm incorrect. Maybe we cover 1 or 2 more, but we'll have more updates for you guys on our social media at Saints Gaming CA on all of our socials. So stay tuned on those to keep updated with everything Saints Gaming COD related. And with that being said, I don't think we have too much more to talk about tonight. I mean, we've been live for 6 hours. We had one hell of a day on the mic today, and the Saints will make it out of Saturday alive, and that is all that matters.
Yep. That's all that matters. And I think going up against Bay State, it was kind of expected that they would lose that match. Bay State, obviously, like we said, very strong. But the fact that they're able to beat Rutgers here, and the fact that they're beating Rutgers in this fashion where the first 3 matches pretty close, but that hard point, they just looked like a completely different team. And if they can bring that level of play through the rest of this playoffs, I think they have a shot to make it all the way to LAN.
Yeah, I definitely do. I mean, now that you know that you only have to win 2 more series, I would love to see them on LAN. I would go. I'm flying. I'm going to that LAN. But no, very exciting stuff here for these guys right now. They're fighting now. Just got to battle their way through 4 more squads. But that will be all for us here this evening on the Saints Gaming CA channel. I'd like to thank all you viewers, anyone who stuck with us for all 6 hours tonight.
Respect.
Mad respect. Huge. It really makes our job a lot easier. It makes us, feel a lot better about doing our jobs here for all you viewers back home. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and showing your constant support and love. But that will be all for this evening. My name, Jackson Pride Brown, joined alongside John Billbangs Vidima, and we'll catch you all on the next one.